What are you looking for out of this huddle from LSU?
Well, I think the fact that we're down to the 235 mark, Jalen Patterson has been good, but you don't want to count on him. I think this is the time in a game when it's a one-possession game, you play through your studs.
Jalen Jones with 18, Daniel House with 14. So Mickey and Martin are the story. They're the headline grabbers, but Jones and House, who you've said from the jump.
And one of the things you want, if you can, going into a rivalry game, is you want to be healthy and full strength. Neither one of these teams are, and really haven't been all year long.
142nd meeting, and it's been dominated by the Crimson Tide here in Tuscaloosa, 52-12. So it hasn't been very kind inside these confines to the Georgia Bulldogs. Alabama's won the last 5 meetings at home. And oh, by the way, if you pay attention to gymnastics, these are 2 powerhouse programs in that sport. He has not been shy about stepping up alongside Levi Randolph, who's the undisputed leader of this team. Obasahan has now gone 5 straight games scoring 10 or more points. He's averaged 13 points over that 4-game stretch. And
to charge and still get the bucket.
Well, as we talked about pretty much all game long, Darren, how important this game is for the Georgia Bulldogs. Joe Lunardi has them as a 9 seed coming into today. A win here would really help them. A loss here could possibly hurt them big time.
Well, a solid 9 seed. They've got some quality wins against Ole Miss at Texas A&M. You got to love their strength of schedule at 33. They could lose today and still be in if they're a 9 seed. But the problem is you can't drop too many more like this and not risk getting on the bubble. So it could be a huge win for Georgia to leave here today with a victory.
Marcus Thornton, which means Thornton fouls out with 17 seconds to go. First point of the night for Michael Kessens.
Georgia's got to be aware that Alabama might throw a little 3-court pressure on them just to take some time off the clock, not allow them to come down and run the set that they want.
Well, we talked about how close these 2 teams play each other. 10 of their last 11 games decided by under 10 points. Nothing better than this from 2 years ago.
Trevor Relaford with the heave and the victory.
And that was the final game of the SEC regular season that brought the house down here in Coleman Coliseum. A win today would do very much the same. They're tied at 61. Alabama with 1 timeout remaining, Georgia with 2. And Alabama has been in this spot before, and they don't have a lot to show for it, Darren.
Well, they have not been able to make the last play when they needed to. In 3 of those games, they had the ball on the last possession. Only 1 of them went their way against Arkansas. No block out by Shannon Hell. Bobby Portis got a tip in to beat him at the buzzer.
Again, if you're just joining us, Wisconsin has made a switch at the quarterback position. Tanner McAvoy's been the starter all season, but late in the first half, Coach Anderson sent in Joel Stavy, who was the starter last year, was back at practice this week and looking like his old self. They wanted to get him in. I just don't think, David, this was the plan to have him take over completely. So now it'll be 3rd and long, and take a look at the play selection. You wonder if they have a 3rd and 10. Obviously, they have it in the playbook. I don't mean to be a wise guy, but they've been able to execute it and complete it here against Northwestern. Now he's out there handing off to Melvin Gordon, stringing it out to the left. Henry able to usher him out of bounds. Career high, 9.6 yards a carry.
He is an absolute superstar.
Mark, thank you so much. And first of all, to all of you, a big welcome and best of luck. Now, let's get to the introductions. With the Phoenix Suns, please welcome forward Markieff Morris. From the Minnesota Timberwolves, General Manager Milton Newton. Next, welcome Brian Shaw, head coach of the Denver Nuggets.
And in Kentucky's case, perfect. And it's a chance for you to see again today a really good team.
I've had some really good teams. This is a really good team.
Anthony Towns came over the top.
Are you serious, Mr. Nessler? Oh, how big was that jump?
Being a part of an undefeated team, or a team like this is incredible.
Boy, he was flying through the air.
Just being our conference champs is a big deal.
Nice pass.
As a freshman to come in and win the SEC tournament, that'd be a dream come true.
Walls hits a 3.
They left a bad taste in our mouths, so we're not shying away from the moment. We're not shying away from playing.
Pretty much put the wraps on this one.
Can't play on our heels. We got to go in there just like with a level head and just play our style of basketball.
The Hogs and the Cats for the SEC tournament title. Here in Athens, Georgia. Kentucky looking to run, and that is big time. Harrison's a college study. That's impressive.
Oh, how big was that shot for the Cats?
What a great play here by Harrison. Big Blue Nation has to be impressed. Kentucky history can be made tonight. And this is Super Tuesday, presented by Cree LED Lights.
Will the skies see tomorrow, or will the mercury rise to glory?
It's official. There's a dynasty in the WNBA. The Houston Comets.
The LA Sparks have won their second straight WNBA championship.
The biggest turnaround in professional sports history. From worst to first.
And the Minnesota Lynx have taken back their title.
Regroup after that. She needs to get up. We got up with her.
Karasi up, in, and the back. Welcome to the WNBA Finals 2014.
Will we have some of the dunks of the year in this contest? Certainly we have had a great year for dunks as we look back at the best of 2013-14.
That's Mr. Wiggins on his balls.
How good was that? Seriously. Harrell again over the top. One-handed. Thompson on the takeoff. Transit. Crunch time. Jordy Mack. Goodness gracious. Oh. And the finish. Sometimes it just takes that one special moment. What a spectacular finish. Throwing it down is Swope. Young with a slam.
Defender Young with a one-hand slam.
Levine shows up.
He's going to stars tonight.
Straight to the rim. Ooh. He got it. Oh. Arkansas in overtime.
What is in his belly right now, Ray?
Butterflies, or maybe a big ice ball. But here's Michael Brewer and the action that he was able to get at Texas Tech. And he's got all the tools. I mean, he's got a good, strong arm. He can make all the throws. He's a smart, even-keeled, good-tempered kid. Bob Nielsen in his second year in Macomb, Illinois with the Leathernecks after a very successful career at Minnesota Duluth. Here's 2008, the national championship game in Division II. The Bulldogs win that one, and then 2010, it came down to this kick. That's good for the championship. Nielsen won 100 games during his tenure there.
About J.J. Raffleson, happy to be back on the field in the opener. Became a little bit even more special to return to the football field is after they beat Valparaiso. Check this out, coach. That's his girlfriend, Heather Smith, the former volleyball player at Western Illinois, and he is down on a knee proposing. How about that for pressure?
Yeah, what happens if she said no? That pretty well calculated.
A special moment for JJ and Heather.